Good early afternoon, everyone. I wanted to do a quick update here. I got about 10 minutes as my son, we just got from school and now he's doing his his food therapy today. So I wanted to do an update with the market. I know we've already done an update this morning. I did a short a couple hours ago, but I wanted to kind of do something in between our live tonight because the market, XRP is still looking okay. We need to get over that $3.19 mark, which we formed this falling channel, which we've had 3 hits on support and resistance. So the pattern's confirmed. And now it's like we're just waiting for a breakout. Now that doesn't mean you can't come back down to the bottom of the channel. So that's what we'll be watching out for to see, what's the likelihood that we break out now. It wouldn't be a bad time to do it. But I'll show you what needs to happen and where we'll go next, because it would be right to all-time highs on this next push if this breaks out, as it does give us a zone in about the $3.70 mark. And the good news is we filled that fair value gap on the drop, at least the top end of it. So it should satisfy the FVG move that we talked about down near that $2.62 area if we were targeting it. But it extends, as Nick has shown or talked about, and then I've been trying to use his experience as well along with my own with that fair value gapping area and the way it schemes out. And it does seem like it hit right about that $2.65, the top end of the gap area. So you could have went down as low as about 257, but all the way up to about 265 and some change. And that would have kept you in the gap area. So it does seem like we've done what we need to do in that perspective. So that does lead me to more bullish feeling here. Before, even though it looked bullish on the setup, we had formed the channel before it ever happened on the second scenario, just because that would have been down at the fair value gap, and it made sense to have a falling channel there. It's almost like a bull flag extended out. But they typically do react in bullish consolidations. So I'm excited about this move, but at the same time, nothing's been done yet because we've got to get over this resistance. We've peaked our head over it once today. We just haven't been able to fully secure the range. But in the 30-minute, we've had that golden cross. And the 45, which in the 30-minute is a short-term pattern reversal confirmation as long as you don't fall back below the golden cross. 45, we've now created a golden cross. This morning, we had not created it yet in the 45. The hourly, we have the golden cross. And the 2 hourly, we're about to pull back into that nice bullish bounce. But like I said, we need to get over that $3.19 and hold it. It's about $3.19 if you look at it in the exact candle we're in. $3.1936. So if you see us over $3.20 for sure and holding, that's a great sign. And then the breakout target's going to end up being at that $3.70 mark. And I'll go over this just one more time after we do the intro, but just to validate the pattern formation. So good early afternoon, 12:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So a lot of stuff that's been going on in the market. We'll focus on XRP to start here, and then I'll see where I'm at after I get done explaining this. Like I said, I got about 10 minutes, and then I got to make sure I go back to where I need to go, just in case my son needs me during his therapy. So right here, we had that. We rose up, came back down. We hit that first area of support. Then we had a volatile swing back up to resistance. So support 1, resistance 1. Swing back down to support 2. Fly back up to resistance 2. Takes a little bit of a while. You could say there's a hit there, which is true. And then we swing back around, come here for a third hit on support. So you've already hit 3 times on each side. Now, I like to see it come all the way down and up and back around when you're doing the hit on support resistance. So like for me, what gave it even more credibility to me is the hit that it made just now. So we went support, resistance, support, resistance. Now you swing it all the way back around to support, back up to resistance. So now even if you don't want to acknowledge this because it's just like a kind of a short consolidation, you can still say there's 3 hits on each side. And then if you look at it from a longer perspective, like, okay, well, if there's a what the hell's going on? If there's a channel like that and it's not like a topping reversal, and this is something bigger than that, because it's sure as hell, if it breaks out of here, it's going to be fantastic. If you look at it a little deeper, and you start saying, well, if that's a falling channel, that's a flag. So where's the pole? Like, how does the pole measure out? And the pole, what the hell? Okay, well, it did not click on what I clicked on, but that's okay. We'll just click on it now. So, you know, you got a nice big setup here. And if this were to break out in totality, you've got a big move here coming. $3.70 is the first part of it, but this would just extend out. And then that pennant flag, you would see it play out in totality in time. But if you look at this flag, that would end up being, or I mean the pole that's been created here, if it plays out, that is, that gets us right up to that area we've been talking about. It's actually a little bit higher than 429. So you'd have $3.70, $4.38, and then you'd have $5.39. You do have this uptrending resistance that if you hit right here is like 465, but it just depends where you play this out. So that's where you'd be looking at. Now we can swing this up here just so we can see on a price label what we're looking at up here over the top. That's just the uptrending support. That is now resistance that we haven't gone back above. That's the cycle uptrend. So that's the best way I can show everybody this. So if this breaks out bullish, there's going to be some serious implications here. Serious implications. In a good way. This would be fantastic for us. Absolutely fantastic this would be. I need to change this back to the other color. Kind of like it that color, actually. I think 2's fine. No, 3. Just so we can see it a little bit clearer when we go into it farther out. So anyhow, this is playing out right now. So if this actually plays out, I mean, we're looking at a pretty substantial bounce here. It would be a fantastic bounce. So you're looking at $3.70, but in totality, $4.43 actually, $4.43. And then if you already look at the pennant flag that's broken out here, which is what we're consolidating out of now, that actually gets us to 539, and then the pennant flag was just the consolidation out of the breakout of the descending wedge, which leads us up to $5.49. So there's no doubt in my mind that this isn't done yet. Now, obviously, you can reserve the right to judge if they somehow bring the market down. Obviously, then you have to take it for what it's worth. But as of right now, it's doing everything you would expect it to do. And we're just waiting for that next big burst here of volume. And it looks like it should come. I know a lot of people are selling out of positions with Bitcoin and Ethereum and things like that. I mean, that's one way of looking at it, is to just sell out. But I wouldn't even be looking at Bitcoin. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's so many opportunities here. Like, when you look at the Bitcoin chart, I mean, you can buy it because it's probably going to go up with all this crap that's going on. But with Bitcoin, you should ride the momentum and things like not just XRP, but let's take a look at XLM. I'm going to take a look at a couple that I keep bringing down your throats, and some of you are probably getting sick of it. But XLM with that gigantic bull flag, just look at nothing else more than that bull flag that's set up. It looks like a big pole, little flag formed. That means your measurement's going to be the size of that pole. It's going to be the length of the move, which is why XLM is looking like it's going to break over that $1 to the $1.17 mark when this is completed. When you look at it in totality, to a smaller level, that's why when you look at DGB, it's got that pole with the flag formed, inverted hammer candle now, in the all-time chart. And that's why that's destined for that 4.3 cent area, roughly, somewhere around that 4 cent area. And then algo, huge pole, just like XLM, flags being created, nice inverted hammer on this last candle. And the length of this move would be the size of that pole. And that's a big pole. And that should get you up over $1.75. That's the crazy part. Somewhere around $1.75 it should get you. So there's a lot of potential here in what we're seeing. And the moment it plays out, it'll be too late for anybody who's looking at it. Because that pole, unless it breaks down, and this is a big fake out, which would be devastating, if those poles play out, I mean, you're looking at the short-term start of a long-term move. That's a huge inverse head and shoulders. And it came down and it actually validated itself with algo, down on the uptrend again. Did not create a lower high. I mean, a lower low. It's got higher lows continuously now. So This is still very much set up. Now what we're waiting for with Algo to try to get some kind of confirmation is get back over 38.9. This was a fake out too early. And now we're waiting for this eventual move out. And we can target it from here. The initial move would bring you up to, in real time, 57.7 cents to start. So we'll see if these play out. But it's interesting because some of them haven't come up as far as like XRP, which looks like it created a complete V-shaped recovery and actually created a new high from the drop, which is very bullish. XLM is trying to finish out this V-shaped recovery. Now, XLM had a fake out right before the drop, which was kind of sucks for any leverage traders who decided to, or maybe somebody who decided to buy on that wick. But nice V-shape formed here as well. We'll see if it pulls out. So, lot to watch, lots to pay attention to. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciated my update or appreciate my content style, or at least this update in particular, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, and as you can see, join me over 31,000 subscribers now. I greatly appreciate it. I've put out 5,300 plus videos in almost 4 years now. I have started March 2021, March 28th. I have not missed a single day. So if you're subscribed to my channel or thinking about it, I'll be here every single day. And the only way I won't be is if I'm not breathing. So BITUNIX, or if, let's say, the power goes out and there's no internet whatsoever and nobody can get on, well, then that's something. But I haven't experienced that in 4 years. We've had no power, but I've just used a mobile network. But BITUNIX is where you have the lowest spot and leverage trading fees, and it's got the lowest maker-taker fee. So I would highly encourage the audience, if you're doing that, I use it as a way of trading without seeing all the nonsense. It's no KYC exchange unless you want to use one, unless you want to do the know your customer, but you don't need a VPN in the USA either. XRP is available and many, many others. And yeah, just take it for what it's worth and pay attention to this. All the other links, if you want to use them, are there. But my go-to and my preferred one is BITUNIX, and then crypto.com for the crypto debit card. And then because you can have up to 250K if it's in the USD wallet on their site, it's back. That's why I like it too, to hold funds, yada, 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 so on and so forth. You get the deal, you get the picture. Nobody else wants to hear any more of that nonsense, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a blessed day.